for new mechanical engineering, as like I said, that those who are interested in automotive realize that now in some years time, even in India, you're seeing that transition that car won't have a uh, car won't have an engine or a gearbox, or for that matter a differential. So if I remove most of the mechanical components from car, why do I need a mechanical engineering to design a car? I'm not saying that mechanical engineer will not be needed. It's just that you will need those skills to have a job in automotive.
In this video, we have Pushkaraj sir with us, who is a 2015 pass out from mechanical department from our college. So, sir, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Pushkaraj and I'm a student of Rajashri Shahu College of Engineering. I completed my bachelor's in year 2015 in mechanical department, and then I shifted to Germany to pursue my master's at RWTH. My master's was in computational mechanics, so it was a combination of computer engineering and mechanical engineering. Uh, that lasted for approximately 2.5 years, including internship and thesis. And currently, I'm working at Volkswagen in the field of embedded software development for battery management system of electric vehicles.
Okay. So, the many students asked us this question, mechanical students, what should we go for, like GATE or GRE? So what is your suggestion on that?
Yeah, I mean, see, challenges are both ways. That also depends on if you want to go for GRE or if you want to go for masters. What's the financial feasibility from your side? That's one aspect. And yeah, I mean, there are challenges both ways. So it depends on individual, but I won't say that, yeah, giving GRE is absolutely the right choice and giving GATE is the absolutely right choice. It boils down to every person, but I would say if you just want to give an exam, GRE is hardly, it needs just 1 month of preparation. So if you want to give GATE, then you need much more preparation. So I would say those who have want to give GATE should start preparing a bit early. But GRE exam wise is not such a big challenge in the first place. So
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you can give, it depends. It again depends on person to person. So I don't have an absolute answer to this question whether everyone should give GRE or GATE. Depends.
What would you suggest, masters or job?
Okay, so after your bachelor's, should you intend to pursue masters directly or should you take experience?
Yeah.
If you have an interesting opportunity in job, then do take experience. But if you have decided to do a masters, my personal strategy is do as fast as possible, because then it may happen that you need 6 months to 1 year more in your masters, but then yeah, that time will be much more appropriately invested. So I would say that if you have to do a master's, then do it as early as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's one more question. It is that as you mentioned that you did internships even
Mhm.
in college and even
Yeah,
after you graduated. So how much helpful are they exactly?
very helpful. At my point of time, the course, so during my bachelor's, our course did not have an compulsory internship, but I think that's the case now. And
Yeah.
yeah, internship, even though, yeah, it's okay, you will do just normal things in internship. Most of the internships you will not have not get some very critical skills, but you will learn much more things. What it reflects on your resume is that you have tried to do something apart from your regular academics, which always reflects good. So I would suggest, irrespective of your course comprising of a compulsory or a like or a just an internship, you should still pursue in your personal capacity an internship. Yeah, I mean, online is not the ideal way to go about it, but if you don't have any option, then I would suggest even an online internship is way better, because you'll interact with team, you'll learn other skills which you are not normally exposed to in a classroom environment.
Okay. So, as you have studied abroad and you still work abroad,
Yeah.
what is the difference? Is there any difference in education which is provided abroad and which is provided in India?
Uh,
And is the difference huge?
so yeah, I will explain it to you in a detailed way. So if you see education, so what I learn in classroom, maybe a 15% difference or a 20%. But, and I'm talking that coming from Rajashri Shahu, and then masters from one of the 9 TUs, which is like one of the top universities for mechanical engineering, not just in Germany, but in world. So classroom, if you say, yeah, I wouldn't say it's something, it's a bit better than India, but I won't say like someone here will teach you something brilliant that will like absolutely increase your skill set. So it's a bit step forward. But what is more important is that you're doing this in a foreign country where the language is different, where along with studies you need to manage 10 other things in in a foreign country. Essentially you are forced to do things that you would normally not do when you're in India, managing not just your academics but other things also. Like I did a student job, so that possibility in India is a very remote one, and I would say that those things were the ones which was the major, you can say, the highlight of doing masters. But personally I won't commit and say to everyone that I learned some very brilliant things in my university, in my classroom. Yeah.
Hmm.
So classroom wise, I personally feel, yeah, 20% I would say, if I have to quantify the difference. But the fact that you're here makes you do things which you normally won't, and that is what uh, helps you in improving your overall profile as a future employee of some company.
Okay. So, are there any suggestions which you would like to give to students who are planning to study abroad?
Oh, yeah, we can have a separate podcast on that. But yeah, I mean, lot of things I would like to tell, but yeah, let me sort the important ones first. Yeah, get your academics straight, do internship, do thesis. That's I think we have already spoken about it. Third thing, that there is no one in, there's no guide, there is no counselor who will come up to you and tell, yeah, okay, this university, this course, do it. You have to manually browse through all university websites, all courses, look at the subjects. You have to do that research on your own. Second thing, understand, usually we are not exposed to this kind of advice in India, but if you're doing masters, then make a calculation. Okay, in my 2.5 years of masters, I'm investing so much money. What is the job like? How many people who have done this course actually get a job? How much salary do they earn? And how much time will it need for me to recover this money? So essentially in India, due to cultural influence, we are always being taught that, okay, education is very important and it's bad to equate education and money. But if you're doing masters, no matter, even if your parents are spending the money, even if you're taking loan, have an analysis of these things. When you are in India, any foreign country uh, will motivate you to do a master's, but have a check before you take admission, that what's the real statistics. Like if you're doing some course in a university in Germany, call up the people who have done those courses. Who are Call up the people who have done those courses, are pass outs, and ask them, what is the salary? Have you recovered your money which you have invested in this course? If it's a paid course, ask how many of your batchmates managed to get a job. And having this analysis is very, very essential, because believe it or not, there are some universities, not all, some universities in abroad which charge you a very high fees. It should not happen that you invest so much money and then you're not getting monetary benefit out of it. So this analysis needs to be done, that yeah, you'll gain knowledge and everything. That should also be the case. I'm not saying just do any course. So because I want students not just to have a good knowledge, but I want students also to get appropriate monetary benefit out of it, because that is needed. You cannot just say, I mean, going a bit off topic, but in the very beautiful movie Three Idiots, it kinds of gives us a very convoluted message that doing anything which I'm passionate about will bring me a good life. That's not the case, right? So you need to sometimes make an analysis of, okay, I like this, but what's the benefit? Because you're investing so much money, right? And
Yeah.
so that's one of, probably, even if you go to a consultants or any people, they won't tell you this that brutally. It may come out a bit harsh, but I want everyone to make aware of this reality and then take a decision. So that's an important point. Third thing, if you're coming to a country where the language is different than English, you need to having a language advantage. Now, if I'm concerned about mechanical engineers, many of mechanical engineers wish to come to Germany. Even if you have a language in India, if you pass exams, then it will not just help your survival here or getting job here, but it will also help your admission process, because there are some universities who say, I want 3 levels of German, which means if you have 3 levels of German, you have already crossed majority of the competition in getting into that universities. And all the good universities have thousands of applications coming. So I can put n number of filters. So I can say, okay, I want good marks, I want good language, I want experience, I want this, because there will be still a lot of applicants. So that's one. That's the third suggestion uh, I would suggest. And pretty much, yeah. So fourth is also, yeah, I mean, uh, look where you're going. uh, don't have a mindset that I want to do masters out of India. Anywhere is fine, I just want to go out of India. That's a very mindset which is likely to land you in trouble. Make a conscious decision. Have this, take maybe 6 more months to analyze, talk to people. Like, this is very important, right? And go hunt on LinkedIn, hunt them on Facebook, call them, do anything. But talking to people who have done the exact course which you want to do will give you much more clarity regarding job. And do this before you get an admission, so you have considerable clarity. It applies also to US, to Germany, to Australia, to any other country. But don't just don't get influenced by if 10 people are going to a university. So think first, if that university is taking 10 people, is it that good? Because if it's good, then it won't take 10 people who are around you. So have an analysis. There are many universities good. There's nothing good, bad university. Have an analysis of these things. So doing this before you start your masters is very important, because once you're here, then principally committed to this strategy that come May or what, I will complete my master's, and then it's not so nice
Yeah.
having a realization later on. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm done with my questions. It was
Okay.
nice having you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for your time.
Yeah. Not a problem.